Kasper.
Thanks for having me. Bucharest is a lovely place, so I'm very glad to be here at the Future Summit.
So I have two main questions for you. First of all, how could businesses learn more through foresight, let's say?
There are two ways. The first is, of course, reducing avoidable surprises. So we already know about some developments in technology, some social trends, the influence of mega trends, so trends that have a global and lasting, long-run impact, how they influence businesses, and this corresponds with the old adage of the future being here, not being equally distributed. So there are places where you can seek knowledge, you can learn, and you can know more or less what's going to happen tomorrow. So this is one use of foresight, getting useful knowledge. But the other use of foresight is embracing uncertainty. So admitting that future is unknowable on a bigger scale.
In your opinion, what are the technologies that will move the entire world in the future, in the following years? And we are talking about, the authorities, the public institutions, about the normal people, about businesses that should embrace. What technologies should they embrace?
Well, of course, they are legion. There are numerous technologies that show promise of being emergent or being future technologies that show promise of bringing about a big change, social change and technological change. The three that I would like to focus on are biometrics, so recognition of your individual features of your face, your iris, your eye, your fingerprint, capillary veins, different signatures that are used for identification.
We are no longer talking about science fiction. It's no longer science fiction here. Well, people should understand that.
Yes, if you travel, there are so-called ABC gates at the airports where you can scan biometric document, and then the camera recognizes if it's you or not, and it admits you to the country. So this is no small thing.
Yeah, 5 years ago, you wouldn't believe this.
Yeah, and here it is. So imagine a future, and not far away from here, not a long time into the future, where these technologies are ambient, where they are everything, where they are in a shop to pay for groceries, where they are in a, when you're using some kind of public services, getting access to public goods, and they are almost, they trace you at your every step. We've seen this in China with the social credit system. This is a little scary. This is not what we want. This is not in line with the values we have in Europe of personal freedoms, fundamental rights. But I think it's more or less inevitable to have this kind of biometrics. The other technology that will have a profound impact is everything that relates to synthetic biology. So new organisms, genetically modified organisms that will not only be more present on our tables and in grocery stores, but they will infuse every line of life in pharmaceuticals, but also perhaps replace some materials that we've known for our entire life. We're sitting on armchairs here. Yeah. How about if the foam or other elements, or synthetic leather and other materials that compose our experience, the stuff that surrounds you, is no longer naturally sourced and no longer synthetic, like plastics, but they are grown in labs. Like you've probably heard about lab-grown meat.
Exactly.
How about you had lab-grown everything? From a flower in a pot on your windowsill to your lunch and to everything that surrounds you. And of course, it's also the odium is on the people that deal with governance and on the regulators and on communities to make the best use of this.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much for having me.